No, you're in a rural town when these guys are just passing on by. Good morning, everyone. And we have packed up all our belongings because today we are actually going home. But we're not going home straight away. We're about 4 hours drive away from home, just less. But we're going to do it slowly and maybe do some towns along the way. So we'll see where we end up going. But for now, we've got the remainder of the duck eggs, which are absolutely beautiful. So we've made some scrambled egg, sourdough, some fresh grapefruit that the guys grow here on the land, which is pretty incredible. But Pico is all ready to go. He's like, come on, I want to go now. I want an adventure today. So let's get eating and then get the day going.
And that is a wrap on our time here at Yalbaroo. Yalbaroo, I'm going to be saying, but what a stunning spot. You honestly, you feel like you're in like Yellowstone or like something like that. You just feel like you're in a picturesque movie when you're here. It is an absolutely stunning spot. Look at this. What a place to have stayed. We're so fortunate, and we want to say a massive thank you to the guys who run this. So that's Tina, Ali and Ben. I think I've nailed it. And obviously Cowboy, the little horse.
Of course.
That we're going to go and say hello to as we leave. But yeah, we're going to say thank you to them as they leave. But if you guys are watching, thank you so much for having us. What a stunning spot. We've had an absolute amazing time. There is only one downside.
We're leaving.
We weren't here long enough is what I was going to say. So that would be the only downside. But if you guys did want to potentially come and stay here and you've liked it, as we do with all our stays, we'll put it in the description so you can check it out there yourselves. We've had an amazing time. Honestly, just exactly what we needed. A good detox, a little bit of time away. And look at this today. Oh my goodness. Beautiful stuff. We couldn't say goodbye without saying goodbye to my favorite cow. Hello, Cowboy. I've not got the carrot today. There's tasty fingers. I don't need fingers anyway. It's all good. Looking good, dude. Tasty. See you again, Cowboy. I see you again. Oh, yes, I see you again. Oh, I see you again. I see you again. I see you again. Oh, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. Sorry, I'll get Cody's gate now. And onward we go down. Oh, you're going to see me get run over. But we're now going to shoot through to, as we said, a couple of the towns today. We're not sure which towns we are thinking, but there are a couple nice ones that we can go and explore a little bit more in detail than we did the other day. So let's go with us. But honestly, I could get used to this rural life.
Me too.
Howdy, Cowboy. Move out to the country and get away from all your troubles. Honestly, you'd see me in a, I think, is it in a Cobra? I think it's in a Cobra. Oh no!
Oh no!
I leant on a fence.
Rural life.
Well, guess that's rural life here. And we've now arrived in the town of Canungra, and look at that for a frame. The trees, the foliage, the light, Cody's gorgeous little face. Well, I was going to mention this church beforehand. Look at this, St. Luke's Church. We might go and have a look at that. But first of all, let's check out this place. So this is Canungra Hotel, which is the famous one that you see on like all the posters for Canungra, as it looks like a kind of Tudor building. Look at the state of this. How adorable is this? Just a little church plonked. There's not much going on, but just the size of it. How cute is that? And the fact that there's still
little faces.
friendly little faces just chilling on the wall. The fact that there's still a Sunday service on. Poggy, don't we? The fact that there's still a little Sunday service and people come to this. I don't know. It's just, you don't get churches this size in the UK, do you really? That's one thing. Yeah. You tend to get old grand stone buildings that are always really cold when you go and sit in them.
And they are amazing. But
Yeah.
different. But these are like from like a little set.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's cute. I've got to go and check out the Canungra Hotel. And one thing that's consistent with pubs and hotels in Australia, they can sometimes look really grand on the outside. Then you go in and they all just look quite generic inside. It's like the design.
Need like a little bit of money.
Yeah, it's like the designers spent all the work on the outside and they just went, sod it, we'll just go basic inside. I'll go and have a look. And inside, it's quite nice inside. I like the working in of the wood. You don't often get the wood that kind of works in. Kind of reminds me of a few places that are up at the top of the Tambourine Mountain. We're not actually that far from the Tambourine Mountain here. And then it opens up quite grand out here. Pretty nice. Now, she did mention that there's a break in the hedge and we can actually come through to this bit. Down the side of the building, she mentioned that they do actually have a little dog-friendly section. Oh, what a gorgeous day it is today. I'm going to make my way through to the beer garden now, basically scouting it out for later with Podge. And look at this. What a gorgeous little spot for later with Pico. Duly noted. Now, I'll go and grab Cody, and then we can go and explore the town. And if we want a bite later, or maybe a drink, we know where to come to. With the layout of the hills behind it, I love this to bits. One thing I really do like is when a town's kind of in a bit of a valley and it's got all the kind of scenery around it. Really does add to the overall like feel of it. It's cool. It's quite big inside, a lot bigger than you'd expect. And they've got a beer garden round the back, which is dog friendly. So if we want to go there for a bit of food later, little man can join us. Let's go and explore the town. I was just saying to Cody, when I first went in, they have like the bar side, which is like the pub side, and then they have like a bit of a dining bit. I filmed in the dining side, but when I walked into the pub side, there's like 5 guys in a Cobra hats and they were all just having a pint, well, a schooner. And then they looked round at me and I was speaking to the barmaid, so I wasn't that confident. I didn't film in that bit because they all looked like real men and I didn't feel very confident in that moment. I kind of was like, yeah, the city boy that comes in with a camera. Yeah, I think I would have got told off and kicked out. Ooh. Oh, if there's an ice cream, it's today. And we've got the visitors centre, which we can go in, potentially see if there's any dog walks. Oh, what a town. The lovely Anita in the information centre has just mentioned to us that she said the town's only like a kind of cute small town. You can go and grab a bite. She mentioned going to a few of the cafes, all dog friendly. She said El Social's good, but she said the main thing I'd recommend you do is rather than leave and go onto the motorway and go home today, she said head inland and go to these spots here, Harrisville and Cainbable. She said put them in your maps, and she said you've seen a highway. Once you've seen a highway, you've seen it all. She went, with it being Friday, everybody will be on them. She went, go inland, and she went and hit those towns on your way back home.
Okay.
And she went, and you'll just see what I mean when you drive through, how stunning they are. So on our maps, we should put in Cainbable, Harrisville, and then head up that way.
Beautiful, let's do it.
Instead of doing the highway back.
Excellent.
She was like, you won't regret. She was like, it's stunning. So
let's do that. See some more spots. So this will be like basically a town tour, but multiple different towns we'll be exploring. Look at that.
You lucky sauce. So this is a famous cafe, the Outpost Café. Now, it's known for its pies. We probably aren't getting a pie. I'm not feeling a pie after our good brekkie. But what I am loving is all the little shops. We actually came here the other day and grabbed a coffee on our way to O'Reilly's. But the actual shops do look like a little film set. They've just got this kind of quaint, I don't know, just rustic feel to them.
Yeah, they're just really cute.
You never get over seeing it, do you? But we're going to head down to a place called El Social, as it's apparently dog friendly, and they're a good cafe. Cody, look at that ridge line in the distance. Beautiful. Oh.
Good little hardware shop.
Oh my gosh. It's a bit cuter than a Bunnings, isn't it? Oh my gosh. I love this place. I can't get over that sun beaming down and just that whole ridge line. I love when there's like texture. I really do. Like when you're in a valley, I don't know, there's just something about it, but so beautiful. In the cafe now, and Cody is getting started. We've got some little pancakes as we weren't too hungry after a great brekkie, but now time for a flat white. That's a strong coffee.
Is it good?
A good coffee. Tasty coffee.
Really nice. Try it with your sugar. Oh, these pancakes smell so good.
Do a bit of shush.
Shush.
Needs a bit more time to break down the sugar. It's not fully gone into it yet, but very tasty. Oh, I'm throwing sugar already. Now it's time for the pancake review. Good.
Very good.
Yumma. Look at that.
So yummy.
Right, I've got to get started on mine. Reviews are in. Nice pancakes, good coffee. What more could you want to not start your day, but midway through your day?
You never want to have pancakes when it's the first thing that you eat in the morning.
Yeah.
But because we've already eaten.
Because we've had our amazing brekkie at all, we can have a little nibble on the sweet treats. And after a nice little pancake each and a good coffee for myself and a juice for Cody, we're now going to head on through, maybe get some steps in, but we might just jump in the car and move on through to our next locations as we drive on home. What do you reckon?
Yeah, that lady recommended some more inland towns, didn't she? So
Before we leave, I think we should definitely go and check out the Outpost and see what pies they offer,
let's
because
do that,
the place is known for
definitely.
pies. So we might grab a pie and then take it somewhere and have a nice little sit-down picnic somewhere
sounds
with a
good.
pie, maybe.
God, I've come into here now and I like the vibe. Look at this. Very rustic feeling. Oh, there's some good choice there, isn't there? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Now, we couldn't help ourselves. We're going to have to go into Giddy Up Ice Cream Parlour. How cute is this coffee brand? I've never seen it before, but I love that design. And they've got so many different, so many different ice cream flavours. I think I'm going to go for Taro just because it's so different.
Do you know what? I think I've decided.
I've decided. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, trying your cookies and cream, and it's got loads
I'll
of
be
like
honest.
cookie in it.
I've already been eating it as we were walking over. I'd be telling a
was
lie
you?
if I said that this is my honest reaction. It's good. It's so good. It's so good. And the cookie pieces.
And she also said that what I got, Taro, has become like one of the most popular flavours. If you've never tried Taro, honestly, it's so good. When you look at it, because of its bright colour, you think it's going to be like super fruity or something.
Sweet.
But it's not. It's got more of a... Do you know when you've got like milky cereal? It's milky cereal
it has.
taste.
That's a good way to describe it, actually.
Yeah.
I'll have to try a bit. I've not tried taro in a while now.
Yeah.
And now it's Cody's turn to have a little bit of tari. Delicious?
So good.
So
I
good.
love taro. And you can't always get it, so when I see it, I'm like, get it.
Yeah, it's not as common, isn't it?
No.
It's I'd say it's more common in Australia than it ever was in the UK, but
Probably, yeah.
we've also lived in Australia for the last 2 years, so things might have changed. I don't know. We are now back in the car and we're going to head to a town called Boonah. But I just want to say how stunning of a time and a place we have had, and it has been, in the town of Canungra. It is so beautiful. Really, really is an absolute picturesque spot. I think the weather might be assisting a little bit, but like I said, all the houses building up into the hills, the kind of changing of the leaves, the orangey leaves. A gorgeous spot. Now we're going to move on to the next spot, which is Boonah. It's an hour away. Let's get the music on and get driving.
Let's do it.
Now arrived in the town of Boonah. Now, Boonah is a rural town, and it is quite cute. From what we've read online, Boonah is basically the main rural town in this area of the Scenic Rim. This is the town that is like the hub town, the biggest one in the area, where the smaller people, like smaller towns, people would come here as the main spot. So we have just drove through this high street. We're just going to go for a walk through, see what we can see. But what's interesting is I read online, and online they were saying that when early European settlers came to this town, because of the valleys and the mountains that surround it, they called it Switzerland without the snow, was its nickname. So let's see if we get Switzerland vibes in Boonah today. As we're walking through the town, I just stopped a lovely lady named Melissa and I said, "Excuse me, are you from Boonah?" She said, "Yes." I said, "What should we try?" She said, "There's a good coffee shop at the end of town. Not that we need another coffee today," but then she did also recommend a few nature spots, a couple of dams where she said if the dogs are on the leash, they can go.
Maroon Dam.
Maroon
she says
Dam.
It's really nice.
Said not much going on, but she said definitely go and try it if you're looking for a little bit of a quiet spot to go to. So maybe we'll do that afterwards. Something that we've just noticed is this like Blumbergville clock. And as you can see it just here, a lot of the kind of rural towns that you go to always have like some form of like steampunk structure. I don't know why that's a thing, but let me know if you know. That's really cute. Look at that. Little structures of the flying foxes. I love that when
I thought
towns...
they were real.
You thought they were real. Very tame, very quiet. You'd hear them before you'd see them. I can say I like when towns do that. Montville does it. They have those like little mushroom hand sculptures.
So cute. I like the ones in Montville. They're
They're
really
cute.
sweet.
See the little froggies as well. Well, this is a nice little town. I'm liking this little
Town, isn't it?
epic town tour exploration.
The sun as well, like, really makes everything shine.
And the moon. The moon really helps as well. Look, what's moon doing out? Not bedtime yet.
What time is it?
Cody just turned around and went, "Wow, look how expensive the boots are." But I think these are the same as the hats. I think Shannon told me that the idea is when you buy one pair, that's you done for life. So,
I've got lots of different designs.
nope, you have to lock in. These ones are more your style.
No.
Well, another town, another cafe, of course.
It's going to feel like it's really quick on this vlog, but that was like
Hours ago.
an hour, 2 hours ago. I promise you. I don't...
Wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, it was about an hour ago, wasn't it, actually?
What's the coffee like? So we've come to this spot here. I'm not actually sure on the name, but it's this top end of town. The lady that Joe spoke to recommended it. And
Nice coffee.
a nice coffee.
But I think the coffee in the other tone was better.
Do you think? Yeah?
Well, this muffin looks good.
Does look good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Good muffin?
That muffin delicious.
So, coffee's better elsewhere, but good muffin.
Coffee's...
Good.
It passes. I'm not... so it's like a 3.
Yeah.
But that other one was like 4. And then the one I got in that tone the other day...
Which one?
The one when we were going up to O'Reilly's, from the Spilled Bean Cafe.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was like a 5. That was stunning. That was
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
Time for more muffin.
No, you're in a rural town when these guys are just passing on by.
Is that Grandad picking the kids up from school?
That is amazing.
That's so
Wow.
cool. You feel like you're in cowboy country, don't you?
You really do when you see that.
I need to get get the gear on. I need a full change of clothes.
And look at this. This is a pharmacy. How unusual is that for a pharmacy?
Is it like retro 60s pharmacy stuff?
Looks like it'd be a drive-through bottle or
Does, doesn't
something.
it?
Wow. This town has been really interesting.
So cool. Pico's just seen a statue of a cat and thinks it's real. And his name is Gerald. And apparently, they tried moving him out of the town, but every single time he would walk 20 k's back to the town to a place called Bart's. I don't know where Bart's is in town, but I'm guessing that each time he would walk from the house back to the town. What an absolute legend. And the fact they've got a little statue of him makes it all the better. How cute is that? And as we're driving back home, we have stumbled on to Summerland Camels, which is a camel farm. And it looks like it might be closing down, but if we can get a couple of shots of camels, a lady in a shop said the best cheese she's ever had is from this place. So if the shop's still open, I might grab some camel cheese. That sounds like a horrendous statement, but apparently it's the best cheese that she's ever had. Here is the spot. It could easily be missed. Oh, but I think the farm shop is closed. Oh, we've come a bit late in the day. But as you can see, all the camels in the fields. What an interesting spot. Look at them. There's tons of them. Absolutely everywhere. Wow. It's so cool. You look around and you just see absolutely tons of them. Everywhere. Beep. So the place actually closed up at 3 and I think there's been a bit of a market on. We're actually on 4 o'clock, but the lovely, lovely people in there said, fear not, we'll let you in even though you're an hour after close. And I got some of the Camel Feta cheese, which is apparently the best cheese that this lady had ever had. So we're going to get to try some camel cheese later on in this video when we get back home. But look at all of them just in the fields together. It is so cute seeing them all. Beep. What a cool spot. What is he doing? When the grass in the field that you're in is just not good enough. What on earth? You crazy character. I don't want to bother the guys anymore. Let's crack on and go and show Cody what we've managed to get. We'll see what Cody says. Everything closed up at 3. It's now 4 o'clock. But what I did manage to get, because the ladies were lovely, is some camel feta cheese.
Wow. Oh my gosh, yay!
So they closed up at 4, but they were like, oh, come on then. Come on, you can come in. How nice is that?
Oh, how sweet.
So we'll get to try some of that.
Oh, bless them.
They're
Yay.
lovely. Well, our stop at Camel Land was short but sweet. Thank you for having us. Bye. And now we have got a 2.5 hour drive all the way back home. Now we might stop at somewhere on the way back. We're not too sure exactly, but Cody's driving and I've got a bit of work to crack on with. So I'm going to do the work as we drive home. Music on, not much to see or do, but we'll catch up with you when we're either grabbing a bite or if we just go straight home, we'll be trying some of the camel cheese when we get back. It doesn't sound amazing, does it, camel cheese? But
It looks good.
it sounds not the best, but everybody I've spoke to said it's amazing, so should be good. Now it is actually the next day, but we're going to try the camel cheese as we've just been having tea and we've yet to try it.
Yeah,
So-
try it, but it looks like feta.
It
But
does
it's
look
like-
a lot like, but they did say feta. I think they said camel feta in the shop. So go on, give it a try and let me know what your thoughts
Very
are.
soft.
Yeah.
And it says it just says marinated cheese, doesn't say what it's marinated in. Oh.
It's a bit like yogurt.
Oh. It's super creamy. So it's in like a marinated oil,
Okay.
but
Can't
It's
quite place your
different.
finger on what it
It's
is.
a little bit like, do you know, have you had Persian feta before?
I
It's a
don't know.
bit- we have bought it in the supermarkets. It's a bit like Persian feta, how it's like quite soft.
Oh, I'm gonna have to try some now.
Yeah, give some a try.
You'll know what I mean. I feel like we have had something like this before. It's very good though.
It's a big chunk. I don't know if I'm that confident. I'll break it off. So it's in the oil. The woman who recommended it in Canungra told us that it was the best cheese that she'd ever had. So that's high praise. Would you put it up there for that?
I think it depends what the kind of cheese you like.
True.
Like I'm a bit more of like a mozzarella burrata kind of person, but I
Yeah,
do
yeah.
like feta's amazing.
Yeah,
I like it on Greek food, but just to eat it like that is quite hard. If that was like over a gyro, like a Greek gyro or something, that would potentially be so much better.
I know what you mean.
But on its own, it's quite hard to say, oh yeah, that's the best cheese I've ever had.
Oh, it's good though. It's good.
It is really good quality cheese though.
Its texture, like you said, it's obviously it's in a bit of a brine. But I've got to say, the texture of that is so soft. Like
Literally, it melts on your tongue.
Like most feta would be quite hard to it, but that is
so creamy.
It is like cream. Yeah. Oh, that is good though.
It puts any other like normal feta. It's the best feta.
100%.
Oh my gosh, 100%.
Right, well, I'm going to finish off this jar, so I think we need to outro this video.
Well, as Joe demolishes the feta, the camel feta,
I'll move it away.
we just want to say thank you very much for watching, guys. It has been such a wonderful little trip. We hope that you have enjoyed it.
It's a shame that it's over, but I'm excited. We've got some good plans whilst we're back now. So we've got some exciting things on the horizon.
Also, I don't know if we've like mentioned anything, but we do actually have a visitor coming in the next, what? Is it not next month?
Next month.
Not next month, the month after? September. We've got a visitor.
Yeah.
Pretty soon.
Oh, yeah, we have.
We've got a visitor for quite some time.
That person's here for a month, but we've said too much.
Oh, have we said too much?
Keep it quiet, keep it quiet.
Who knows? But thank you very much for watching. Thank you to the members. You guys are wonderful. Thank you to anyone that has bought a t-shirt. As mentioned previously, there is only a couple of shirts left now. Whatever's left is just whatever sizes are on the website, and that's the Venture Club Episode 1 t-shirt, completely over and out.
But with that being said, thank you very much for watching, and we shall see you in the next one.
Bye.
Adios.